Let's have a real talk about one of the greatest psyops in U.S. history, disguised as a children's cartoon, and even had toys to go with it. A real propaganda machine disguised as a cartoon for children. Let's take a look at this man in the mask, at Joe Biden, aka Zartan, the man in the mask. Let's go.
Get some action.
I'm with Saran. Things are getting too dull around here.
Look out!
Take your government back from the communist sympathizers, the communist corrupted by money, corrupted by blackmail, the globalists who want to have a ruling elite, and you as a servant class.
The G.I. Joe forces were conducting war games when suddenly Generals Howe and Franks, Colonel Sharp, and Admiral Ledger were captured by Cobra forces.
Time for a nap, gentlemen.
The officers were then replaced with synthoid duplicates, artificial humanoids, loyal only to Cobra.
Excellent. Excellent.
Hail Cobra!
That shit looks nuts. Nah, look at this old Teddy Perkins looking. You come in here looking like Teddy Perkins. Oh shit. That's not Joe Biden. It's Teddy Perkins. Teddy Perkins.
You do not seem to grasp the full scope of my plan, Duke.
Our plan? I designed the synthoids.
Yes, yes. The synthoids are perfect, artificially created imitations of human beings. First, we duplicated your commanding officers and programmed these synthoids to obey my every command. But our supreme achievement was replacing you, the G.I. Joe leader, with a synthoid duplicate. Your team has been disbanded, disgraced, and G.I. Joe will never rise again!
Were you dirty?
Oh! Take him away!
From Tonka trucks for Christmas, to furniture for the living room, to delays of all kinds of products from around the world, blame it on the supply chain.
So
what's going on
95% of consumer goods come into the United States in these very containers.
You've probably noticed something weird going on with the supply chain too. Suddenly you just can't buy the stuff you want. Book publishers are having trouble getting paper. Car companies can't buy computer chips. Builders are having trouble getting lumber. Container ships in port are waiting for days to be unloaded. And everybody's back to hoarding toilet paper.
Chains. How'd you find me anyway?
We've been trailing you for hours. Destro got you too?
No, Zartan. Did you hear about his synthoids?
Sin which?
It's a long story, Mutt.
Because President Trump is not the government. The military is not the government. Henry McMaster is not the government. Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott are not the government. Your government is you. We, the people, are the government. We are a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. This is our country. You are the government.
That's enough! Give yourself up, synthoid.
You heard her, chemical breath. Pack it in. Don't listen to either of us. Make your own decision, Scarlet.
Hold it, boys. If either of you makes a move before we figure out who's who, you're both dog meat.
Junkyard, attack!
Junk! You okay?
Tony Fauci knew from the beginning that COVID may have been manufactured in China.
Emails now prove that Dr. Fauci knew that everything was happening in the lab.
Mr. President, you saw Hobson and Dr. Fauci?
The president was asked about the uproar
that
as
is
he
in
was
the
leaving a
mask?
news briefing
It's
today.
Teddy Perkins.
He stuck his head back into the room to answer.
Yes, I'm very confident, Dr. Fauci. Yes, I'm very confident, Dr. Fauci.
Yes, I'm very confident, Dr. Fauci. Read Fauci's emails and finds no smoking gun.
He was very consistent in his emails with the timing of the emails and what he was saying publicly. If these emails had revealed that he was saying one thing publicly and something else privately, to me that would be more alarming.
Because we wanted to partner up with some of your favorite creators to have a conversation about the importance of getting vaccinated.
So I've heard rumors about, of course, a vaccine passport when you'll need to confirm whether you have the vaccine or not to travel or to go to concerts, etc. Do you feel like that is going to be something that's going to be implemented more?
These rumors of vaccine passports, I think it just plays to paranoia in some people, particularly with younger people. And that's just not the case. But if you've been vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. And if you're not, you should wear a mask for your own safety's sake and for the sake of the people you care a great deal about, the people you love. It's so easy for people to get a vaccine. All you have to do is text your zip code and the number 438829. It'll tell you exactly where you can go to get a vaccine. You can get it quickly. And you know what? Uber and Lyft have come along and they've said that for the end of May all the way through to July 4th, anybody who calls them, they'll pick them up, take them to a vaccine site, wait for them and take them back. That's a big deal.
That's amazing. Honestly, that's incredible. I love that they did an initiative like that. I feel like that's absolutely amazing and so responsible of them.
Yes, General.
What the heck is that? Hey, somebody's signaling from the Pentagon.
As you expected, Cobra Commander, they're meeting secretly to plan their mutiny.
That's right. Keep blabbing till I can get a fix on you.
Learn their plans, General. Then crush them. Cobra out.
Got it.
Any evidence, Elliot, of people being taken out of the building? You say that emergency vehicles are there, understandably so, but of course the major concern is human loss.
Oh my God, another plane has just hit. Oh, another one just hit.
Oh my God.
My God.
Oh my.
Directly over my building.
Oh my goodness. Oh God. There's another one. There was another one.
Running away very, very quickly. There are more explosions further down the building.
Explosion.
Success at last, Destro. By tomorrow, the United States shall be ours.
That is exploding right now. You got people running up the street.
To the director of the FBI, and have ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families.
Some of these actors that's caught up in this Epstein stuff, people who was out there on the island, if you know anything, you know that Joe Biden had an island not far from Epstein Island. Why all these motherfuckers want to be somewhere in the Caribbean where the black people at, yeah, they know what they was doing out there. And a lot of these celebrities who got caught up with them, even Johnny Depp had an island, a lot of these guys got caught up and they all got movies out. They all got new movies out. The people whose names was on that list all got new projects out. They all got new movies. Now, Alec Baldwin just allegedly shot and killed somebody on the set. The joke is Alec Baldwin was going to get up out of here for whatever reason anyway, because I saw Alec Baldwin's name on the list. So, there were others as well. So I knew whatever was going on, at some point, you got to start to remove these characters off the board. So they've been playing their parts for the longest. And now the game is coming to a close. And one of the major pieces on this chessboard is the false Joe Biden. Let's get to the conclusion of this and let's see who this man is that's playing Joe. This guy who's he's been around for a while. We don't know who he is really because he's, well, yeah, let's
I had them in the palm of my hand!
Cobra Commander.
Duke, you dare to return?
Don't shoot! I'm the Synthoid!
The neutralizer will prove who you are!
Stop! You fool! Look what you've done! The device is set at maximum! You've sent all the Synthoids to their doom!
Oh no.
They are communist sympathizers content to have the communist regime of Joe Biden's body double run this country. You're not going to let that happen, are you?
Used to buy bacon for $2.40 a pound. It spiked up to $6. But how are we supposed to sell bacon when it's costing us so much money?
Over a year.
Even better, or worse, the holidays are coming.
Of course, we're also experiencing Christmas. So if the goods are not here in the port by mid-September, they're generally not on the shelves.
Men, under our new organizational structure, Cobra must be recognized as our president. Henceforth, all Navy personnel will be under the command of Cobra forces, and furthermore, these forces will be...
Are you ready for the day to come when you learn that Donald J. Trump has never stopped being your president? Are you ready for that day?
Bring the senators and congressmen before me. I order you to surrender G.I. Joe and the president to me.
Never. We will not cooperate with you or your totalitarian regime.
You will do as I say, or I shall burn your nation to the ground. This I
So
command.
clearly we can look and we can see that
Very well.
these are two different
You have
people.
no choice
The
but to do as
old
you
Joe
command.
had a certain kind of swagger and a personality about himself. This other motherfucker is old. Like, he's actually older than the real Joe Biden. This guy who's playing Joe is 84, so you can see, you know, sometimes he be having that bewildered ass look on his face, and he be kind of, you know, bewildered for real. So I'm gonna need y'all to have just a little bit of patience with this false president, you know, because he old, man. He be needing a minute to get some shit together. So I'm gonna need y'all to just, you know, don't be getting all emotional and shit like Carl Thomas and bent out of shape about this thing, man. Just go on ahead and just, you know, get your popcorn and just watch this thing play out, because this is probably the craziest shit many of us have seen in our lifetime. You got a whole man in a mask pretending to be the president. He's not the only one. They got so cold with this CGI and this mask shit, this latex mask. Man, they got some shit, man. When they was showing you on Mission Impossible how my man whipped a little mask up and go do some secret agent shit, man.
Resistance to the rule of Serpentor is no more. The city of Washington now enters a new era in history. The dawn of the 1,000-year rule of Cobra. All shall be crushed beneath Serpentor's iron heel.
This is insane! You can't possibly hold Washington, much less conquer the entire United States. I know. I tried.
You tried and failed.
Probably the craziest shit many of us have seen in our lifetime. You got a whole man in a mask pretending to be the president. He's not the only one. They got so cold with this CGI and this mask shit, this latex mask. Man, they got some shit, man. When they was showing you on Mission Impossible how my man whipped a little mask up and go do some secret agent shit. Without further ado, the man who plays Joe Biden in real life.
What am I afraid of? Herpes? So I have herpes for a few years, and then what? I'm dead anyway. I mean, I don't have herpes, but it's okay with me if you do. If we were to go out, I'd like to get right to it, if you know what I mean. We don't have much time left. Let's just have some fun, huh?
Too old? No, I'm too young. I got new ideas nobody else has. Too old to run the country? Are you kidding?
No such thing as being too old to run the country.
That's right.
You're the man for it.
That's right.
If you could slap any politician, who would it be?
I'd slap either Trump or Cruz. Was it Cruz who wants to carpet bomb ISIS, which is insane? It's not a country. ISIS only came up a few years ago after George W. Bush to invade Iraq.
Iraq, Afghanistan, same thing.
We shouldn't be there.
They have oil.
We shouldn't be there.
I'm going over.
We shouldn't be there.
For some reason, want to blame Obama.
What? Do you know what you're talking about?
A couple.
The Republicans did everything they could to block everything he tried to do.
As president,
yes.
What's the number one thing you're doing?
Well, the number one thing I'm going to do is stop 1% from running the show and have the government be of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Our next president.
How do you get so much babbage? Those are rumors, Dick. I'm not a lech. Every one of those incidents she alleges did not happen.
Remember backstage before the show when you were relaxing in your dressing room?
Yes?
Well, you didn't happen to notice our secret plant cam, did you?
Plant cam?
That's right, our plant cam, which we planted in a plant that we planted in your dressing room.
You
and
what?
we secretly videotaped you.
This is outrageous.
No, this is outrageous.
I'll be in the ladies' room, dear.
You take your time. Don't forget to call Raoul and thank him for the excellent blow. Yes? Come in.
Hi, Senator. I'm Heather, a production assistant on the show. Is there anything you need?
Well, Heather, why don't you come in while I think about that?
Oh, okay.
So, Heather, you like your job?
Oh, I love working in television.
That's great. You know, I know some very influential men in television. In fact, I've helped a number of young ladies like you into interesting positions.
Really?
Yes. Actually, I'm sure I could help you, too.
Senator, I think I better be going now.
Has anybody told you? You have a very pretty mouth.
We're ready for you in the studio, Senator.
Oh, I'm ready. Thank you, Heather. Say, you're a cute little fella, aren't you? Has anybody ever told you? You have a real pretty... Put me on hold.
He put you on hold?
You put me on hold.
Who would put you on hold?
Are you putting me on hold?
You are to blame for this, Zartan. Why do I ever listen to you?
Duke, they're getting away.
I'll go after them.
All right, Cobras, it's over. Get those hands up.
Washington's a little battered, but the town still looks pretty good to me.
We won a major victory today, but it's not over.